The MMO community has had many misses since the introduction of the genre, and even to this day, many developers haven't captured what really makes an MMO stand out from the others and thrive with a loyal community. But what exactly is that secret spice to the MMO burrito that makes people want to keep coming back?
The flavors are melting on my tongue!
For that question, I think it'd be best to look at one of the most successful MMOs in the past 10 years and see what those developers have done right to really connect with their community. And what better game to use as an example than Guild Wars 2? Now, before we get into the video, I'm choosing to right my wrong here. In a past video, I just so happened to casually mention that buying gems is an easy way to get a certain item in the game, and boy, was I wrong. And I've made an entire video dedicated to resolving this, but I feel it wasn't enough. So I've decided that giving gems away is the only way to right my blasphemous wrong. A giveaway of 2,000 gems to finally bury the hatchet. And all you have to do to enter is just go down below and comment, "I'm a little gem hoe," and I'll sort things out from there. Let's get started. Now, I might sound like a broken record here, but combat is one of the most important foundations of an MMO. Guild Wars 2 has taken the old recycled combat mechanics commonly found in other MMOs and added a fast and fluid spin to it. Tab targeting has been around for years, and it's a system that I don't see going away, which I'm fine with. I love it. But taking that system and overhauling it in a way where it feels different and mixing it with directional combat makes dozens of ways to interact with combat. Some games just don't understand that combat isn't the only aspect of a fight. It's the options and interactions that make the combat feel rewarding and adding a level of difficulty that can be stylized by the player behind the character. Guild Wars 2 takes that customization and makes it fun, but difficult to master. Although it's not the only game with this understanding, it's one of the few that utilizes it correctly. Cash shop isn't a place you go to unlock the coolest stuff in the game. A cash shop should always be an option or a component to complement the game's already existing inventory. Cash shops have become the bane of every gamer's existence, but they're effective at making money, so much so that games nowadays are developed from the ground up to be glorified cash shops. But they're utilized in many ways, to help save dying games, to prey on people with gambling problems, or to prey on players who want to have the best items in the game. And whether we like it or not, cash shops are here to stay. But how can developers do them right? By making them non-predatory, optional. Also, sales help too. I don't remember the last time I didn't see a sale in the Guild Wars 2 cash shop. Future games can learn from the things that Guild Wars 2 does right with its cash shop. Make a good game and the players won't mind dropping extra cash to support you and to help you continue to add to that great game. I'm pretty sure that's science. Or math. Or I think it's most likely philosophy, actually. You know what? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Plato said that.
Stupid.
Now this one's gonna be controversial, I already know. But I see it as a challenge that developers who actually put work into their game don't have to worry about. My hot take of the day is that one of the reasons World of Warcraft is still keeping the lights on at Blizzard today is because you and thousands of people like you forgot to cancel their subscription, and Shadowlands was your fault. But when you have a game that's good enough that you don't need consistent monthly subscriptions to sustain yourself, it's like walking around with a massive bulge, you know? So I think this pay system needs to become more mainstream because it'll help weed out those developers who made a game just for the cash. World versus world. The battleground that doesn't stop battlegrounding. Plenty of games have massive scale PvP, but few have endless rounds to it. Only a few have entire guilds that stay instanced all day and run around in giant groups like ants to a piece of candy. It's gross to look at, but the hive mind mentality is a winner's mentality. And World vs. World is an innovative type of PvP where massive groups of players are pitted against each other to take over bits of the map in an endless war of sieges and control. Now, not every MMO needs this, and some even have it today that are very successful with open world PvP. But ideas like this are what should be taken by new developers and improved on. PvP is a huge part of an MMO, but take chances with what you can do with it. Survey a bunch of 10-year-olds or die-hard MMO fans, which, I mean, it's basically the same thing, and ask, hey, what would be cool to do with PvP that you feel hasn't been done before, and then take it and run. I've been an MMO player for years, but I was impressed with what this game does when it comes to small details. It adds an extra layer of liveliness to the world. Where most games have static, boring animations, Guild Wars 2 has fun animations that are subtle but show that the thought was there when the devs sat down and wanted to create a world that feels alive. Now, it's small, but the amount it adds to the game is well worth the time and resources it most likely took. So if you're watching this and you're a developer making a new MMO that you want to be great and you're putting in the work, I hope you never feel like we aren't rooting for you, because to be honest, the entire MMO community is itching for a game that proves itself with innovation and competent devs. And I hope that this list just so happens to help. Make sure to like and subscribe, and don't forget to comment down below. I'm a little gem hoe, and it has to be typed out in that voice in order to be entered into the giveaway. But also comment what you think would help to have for the next big MMO.